Welcome to your personalized deep dive. We're going to be unlocking the secrets of your hypnosis audio collection. From quitting smoking to speed reading to even promising a full night's rest in just 4 hours. I'm both skeptical and fascinated.
It's a fascinating field exploring the potential of the subconscious mind. These recordings use language and imagery to guide you into a relaxed, receptive state, almost like a mental massage.
Okay, so let's analyze the techniques they use. I noticed a lot of them guide you to relax different parts of your body, starting from the toes or the head, almost like a mental scan. Is that just about relaxation, or is there something sneakier going on?
It's more than just relaxation. This technique called progressive relaxation is like setting the stage for the main event. It shifts your attention inward, creating a sense of physical heaviness and mental stillness, which is prime time for accepting suggestions.
So it's about prepping the mind for change. But what about all the vivid imagery? Beaches, trains, even a levitation chamber in one of them. That's not just relaxation, that's a whole mental vacation.
The imagery serves several purposes. First, it deepens the trance state by further disengaging your critical analytical mind. Second, the specific imagery often relates to the desired outcome. For example, the Starlight Express in the sleep hypnosis helps instill a sense of peaceful, effortless travel through the night, priming you for a smooth journey into sleep.
Okay, that's clever. It's like embedding the desired outcome within the experience. And I noticed several recordings use this zone metaphor, a place between waking and sleep where your unconscious mind is open to change. One even calls it the twilight state. But if my mind is essentially offline, how do the suggestions actually work?
The zone metaphor is a way to conceptualize the experience and prime you to expect results. It reinforces the idea that your subconscious is actively learning and changing, even when you're not consciously aware of it. Think of it as downloading software updates while your computer is in sleep mode.
So we've got the listener relaxed and receptive, primed for change. But how do they actually make that change happen? What's the secret sauce in the language of these recordings?
It's a blend of directness, positivity, and present tense. It's about stating the desired outcome as if it's already happening. For instance, you might hear something like, "You are now a non-smoker," repeated several times.
You are now a non-smoker, repeating it over and over. It's almost like a mental earworm, isn't it? But a good way, hopefully.
Exactly. Repetition is key. It reinforces the message and helps it bypass your conscious mind's resistance. And it's not just the words, the voice tone plays a crucial role. It's often calm, soothing, and authoritative, enhancing the sense of trust and surrender.
It's interesting, though, I noticed one recording used a much more energetic, upbeat tone, almost like a motivational speaker. Do you think that approach could be effective for certain goals?
That's a great observation. The choice of voice tone depends largely on the desired outcome. For goals requiring energy and motivation, a more dynamic voice might be more effective. It's all about tailoring the approach to the desired state of mind.
Okay, so it's not one size fits all. Now, another thing that caught my eye was the use of embedded commands. Phrases like, "you will stop smoking," nestled within longer sentences. Is that subliminal messaging in action?
That's exactly what embedded commands are designed to do, deliver suggestions directly to your subconscious without triggering the conscious mind's critical filters. It's like slipping a secret message past the security guard.
Interesting. But does it actually work? Is there any evidence to support the effectiveness of embedded commands?
While the research is still ongoing, some studies suggest that embedded commands can indeed influence behavior, particularly when combined with other hypnotic techniques.
Okay, so it's another tool in the hypnotist's arsenal. Now, one thing I found particularly fascinating was the use of metaphors, like the Starlight Express for sleep or imagining your lungs having a conversation with you about quitting smoking. What's the psychology behind using metaphors in hypnosis?
Metaphors are incredibly effective because they bypass the critical mind and speak directly to the subconscious. They create powerful emotional connections and help you visualize and internalize the desired change. Think of it as storytelling for your inner world.
It's fascinating how our minds respond to metaphors. It's like they create a shortcut to understanding and change. Now, you mentioned tailoring the approach to the desired state of mind. How do these recordings go about promoting specific changes? For instance, in the procrastination audio, I noticed it focuses on identifying and breaking down specific patterns, like starting a task and then getting distracted.
Targeted suggestions like those are crucial for addressing specific challenges or goals. It's about identifying the root cause of the issue and providing tailored suggestions to overcome it. In the procrastination recording, it's about breaking down overwhelming tasks, building self-efficacy, and reframing negative thoughts.
It's like having a personalized mental coach guiding you step by step. Now, you mentioned earlier that most people can be hypnotized to some degree. What does that experience actually feel like? Is it like falling asleep or is there more to it?
The experience can vary greatly depending on the individual and the recording. Some people enter a deep trance state, like being completely absorbed in a movie. Others might feel deeply relaxed and have a heightened sense of awareness, like watching their thoughts drift by. Some may even feel like they were asleep, but their subconscious mind was still absorbing the suggestions.
So it's not like everyone's going to snap their fingers and suddenly be a non-smoker or a speed reading champion.
Exactly. Hypnosis is not a magic bullet. It's a
Oh,
tool that can facilitate change, but it requires an open mind, willingness to participate, and consistent effort.
right. It's not just passively listening. You have to actively engage with the process. But what does that active engagement look like? Is it about consciously trying to believe the suggestions or is there something else going on?
It's more about creating a receptive state of mind, like tilling the soil before planting seeds. The more you practice, the more receptive you become to the suggestions, and the more likely you are to see results.
So it's like building a mental muscle. Now, one recording emphasized being in a receptive state to maximize the impact. What exactly does that mean, and how do these recordings help you achieve it?
A receptive state is a state of mental and physical relaxation, where your conscious mind takes a back seat and your subconscious mind is more open to suggestions. It's that space between wakefulness and sleep, where your internal critic is on mute and your imagination can run wild.
So it's like that drowsy feeling you get right before you fall asleep, that delicious space where logic takes a break. But how do these recordings actually get you there?
They use a combination of techniques, each carefully crafted to guide you into that receptive state. Progressive muscle relaxation, guided imagery, soothing voice tones, and even rhythmic breathing patterns all play a role in creating the optimal environment for accepting suggestions.
Okay, so we've got the set and the language and the techniques. But let's get specific. What are some examples from these recordings that really stood out to you?
Let's dive into some of the most intriguing moments in your collection and see how these techniques come to life.
All right, let's open up your mental highlight reel. In the sleep hypnosis, I was captivated by the Starlight Express journey. It's not just about picturing a train. It's leaving behind worries in a special waiting room and gliding effortlessly through the night. Is this metaphor doing more than just painting a pretty picture?
Absolutely. That metaphor is subtly setting you up for success. The waiting room helps you visualize releasing anxieties, while the effortless gliding primes you for smooth sleep, reinforcing that sense of letting go and trusting the process.
That's brilliant. And the speed reading audio had a similar multi-layered approach. It guides you down the university hallway, a staircase into a cozy room with a book. But then it's like a dream within a dream with a walk through the woods, a schoolyard ending in a library with another plush chair. Why so many layers?
It's like a hypnotic nesting doll. Each scene deepens the relaxation, but also notice the thematic connection halls of learning a school, a library. It's subtly associating those places with focused, relaxed reading, planting that seed in your subconscious.
Wow, it's like a subliminal message hidden in plain sight. And I have to admit, the imagery was so vivid, I almost felt like I was actually there. But then the Stop Smoking recording took a completely different approach. It guides you to have a conversation with your lungs.
Yeah.
What's the rationale behind that?
That technique is brilliant for addressing ambivalence, a common challenge in habit change. By acknowledging the enjoyment you got from smoking, it validates your past experience, but then empowers you to choose a different kind of pleasure, the pleasure of breathing freely.
That makes sense. It's not about demonizing the old habit. It's about shifting the focus to a more desirable alternative. And then it guides you to visualize wiping a blackboard clean, symbolizing erasing the urge to smoke.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these recordings tap into such a wide range of sensory experiences.
It's about engaging your mind on multiple levels. Visualizations, metaphors, even sounds and physical sensations can be incorporated to deepen the experience and make the suggestions more impactful.
Speaking of sensory experiences, several recordings emphasized the breath. Long, slow, deep breaths. Is that just a relaxation technique or is there a deeper connection there?
The breath is a powerful tool for influencing your state of mind. Deep, slow breathing slows your heart rate, calms the nervous system, and shifts your focus inward, creating a more receptive state for suggestions. It's like hitting the reset button on your nervous system.
It's interesting how something as simple as the breath can have such a profound impact. It reminds me of those yogic breathing exercises, pranayama.
Exactly. Many ancient traditions have recognized the power of the breath to influence both mental and emotional states. It's a fascinating connection that modern science is now beginning to explore and understand.
Okay, so we've talked about visualizations, metaphors, and even the power of the breath. But one recording explicitly emphasized the importance of letting go, of surrendering to the process. Is that really necessary? Can't you just consciously choose to accept the suggestions?
While conscious effort is important, the real magic of hypnosis happens when you let go of that conscious control. It's like learning to ride a bike. You can't overthink it. You have to trust the process and allow your subconscious mind to take over.
It's like taking your hands off the handlebars and letting the bike find its balance.
Yeah.
But what about those who struggle to let go? Are there specific techniques that can help with that?
Absolutely. Many of the techniques we've already discussed, like progressive relaxation, guided imagery, and rhythmic breathing, can help quiet the conscious mind and create a more receptive state. It's about finding what works best for you.
Right. It's about tailoring the approach to your individual needs and preferences. Now, one recording mentioned unconscious learning. Is that just a fancy way of saying subliminal messaging, or is there more to it?
Unconscious learning is a fascinating process where your mind absorbs information and makes connections without you even realizing it. It's like learning a new language by immersing yourself in a foreign culture. You pick up words and phrases without consciously studying them.
It's like how you eventually learn the lyrics to a song, even though you never sat down and memorized them. But how do these recordings tap into that unconscious learning process?
By bypassing your conscious filters, embedded commands, metaphors, even the rhythm and tone of the voice can all contribute to delivering suggestions directly to your subconscious where they can take root and grow.
Okay, so it's about planting seeds in the fertile ground of the subconscious. But how do these recordings go about nurturing those seeds? How do they actually promote change?
It's a multifaceted approach. One common strategy is to suggest positive outcomes as if they're already happening. Remember that you are now a non-smoker example. By repeatedly stating the desired outcome in the present tense, these recordings aim to reprogram your subconscious mind to accept this new reality.
It's like creating a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And in the procrastination audio, it breaks down tasks into smaller steps, focusing on one thing at a time. Is that just good advice, or is there a hypnotic element to that as well?
It's both. These recordings often incorporate practical advice and strategies for change, but they deliver them in a way that bypasses your conscious resistance. It's like sneaking vegetables into a smoothie. You get the benefits without the conscious awareness of doing the work.
That's a great analogy. It's about making the change process as effortless and enjoyable as possible. And I notice some recordings emphasize visualizing yourself succeeding. Is that just about positive thinking, or is there something more powerful at play?
Visualization is a powerful tool in hypnosis because it creates a mental blueprint for the desired outcome. By repeatedly visualizing yourself performing a task successfully, you're essentially programming your subconscious mind to make it happen. It's like giving your brain a dress rehearsal for the real event.
So it's about creating a mental movie where you're the star achieving your goals with ease and confidence. But what about those who struggle with visualization? Can anyone learn to do it effectively?
Absolutely. Like any skill, visualization can be developed with practice. The key is to engage as many senses as possible. Sight, sound, even touch and smell. The more vivid and immersive the experience, the more impactful it will be.
It's like creating a 4D movie in your mind. Now, one recording talked about tapping into an inexhaustible supply of energy that's available to you. Is that just a motivational pep talk, or is there something more profound going on there?
It's about recognizing the incredible power within you, the potential that often lies dormant beneath the surface.
Huh.
These recordings aim to awaken that potential by shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to possibility.
It's like switching from a flashlight to a floodlight, illuminating all the resources you have within. And I noticed several recordings emphasize the role of the subconscious mind in creating change. Why is that so important?
Your subconscious mind is like the operating system of your life. It runs in the background, controlling your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without you even realizing it. And hypnosis allows us to access and reprogram that operating system, creating lasting change from the ground up.
It's like hacking into the mainframe of your mind and installing a powerful upgrade. But how do we know if we're actually accessing the subconscious mind? Is there a way to measure that?
While we can't directly observe the subconscious mind, we can infer its activity through various methods, including observing changes in behavior, exploring dreams and metaphors, and even using brain imaging techniques to track changes in neural activity.
Okay, so it's not just a matter of faith. There's scientific evidence to support the idea of accessing and influencing the subconscious mind. But what about those who are skeptical or resistant to this whole idea of subconscious programming?
It's understandable to have questions and reservations, and it's important to remember that hypnosis is not about mind control. It's about empowering you to tap into your own inner resources for change.
Right. It's about taking the reins of your own mind and steering it in the direction you want to go.
Mm.
But what if you're not consciously aware of where you want to go? Can hypnosis help with that too?
Absolutely. Hypnosis can be a powerful tool for self-discovery, for exploring your inner world and uncovering hidden beliefs, values, and desires. It's like going on a mental archaeological dig to uncover buried treasures.
It's like holding up a mirror to your subconscious mind and seeing yourself in a whole new light. Now, one recording talked about a zone where the conscious and subconscious minds meet. Is that just a metaphor, or is there an actual physiological state that corresponds to that?
The zone is a way to conceptualize that state between wakefulness and sleep where your conscious mind quiets down and your subconscious mind becomes more accessible. And research suggests that there are indeed specific brainwave patterns associated with this state, characterized by a slowing down of brain activity and a shift from beta waves to alpha and theta waves.
It's fascinating how science is beginning to unravel the mysteries of these altered states of consciousness. But what about the ethical implications of accessing and influencing the subconscious mind? Is there a risk of manipulation or coercion?
That's a crucial question. And it highlights the importance of working with a qualified and ethical hypnotist who respects your autonomy and avoids using hypnosis for anything other than your own well-being. A good hypnotist will always prioritize your needs and will ensure that any suggestions are aligned with your values and goals.
Right, it's about empowerment, not control. It's about using hypnosis as a tool for positive change, not as a weapon for manipulation. Now, we've talked about a lot of different techniques and concepts, but let's bring it back to these specific recordings. Are there any other examples that you found particularly intriguing or effective?
Let's continue our exploration and see what other gems we can uncover in your hypnotic treasure chest.
We've journeyed through your hypnosis collection, from relaxation techniques to powerful metaphors, and it's clear these recordings are carefully crafted experiences. But who's the architect behind these mental landscapes? What sets a truly effective hypnotist apart?
It's more than just a soothing voice or a mastery of techniques. A great hypnotist is a bit like a mental Sherpa guiding you through the terrain of your own mind. They have that deep understanding of the process, but also a keen intuition for what you need.
So it's a personalized journey.
Hmm.
But could anyone be the guide, say someone who just finished a weekend hypnosis course online?
That highlights a crucial point. Experience and expertise matter. Hypnosis is a powerful tool, and it's essential to work with someone who has the knowledge and ethical grounding to wield it responsibly. A weekend course might teach you the basics, but it doesn't make you a brain surgeon, right?
Right. There's a reason why brain surgery isn't a DIY project. But for those intrigued by the possibilities, there's a good place to start.
Begin with introspection. What's your goal? What do you want to change or explore? Then research hypnotists who specialize in that area. Look for experience credentials and, most importantly, someone who resonates with you. It's like choosing a therapist you need to feel comfortable and trusting.
It's about finding the right guide for your inner expedition. But what about those who see hypnosis as hocus pocus? Is there any real science behind this, or is it all just placebo effect?
The science of hypnosis is fascinating and growing. Brain imaging studies actually show changes in neural activity during hypnotic states. It's not just wishful thinking, it's tapping into the brain's inherent plasticity and potential.
So it's not magic, it's neuroscience. We've explored the techniques, the science behind it, but now it's about applying this knowledge to your life. What resonated with you most during this deep dive?
What sparked your curiosity? Was it a particular technique, a metaphor that struck a chord, or perhaps a newfound understanding of your own subconscious power?
Remember, this is just the beginning. Your journey into the world of hypnosis is yours to create.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep unlocking the incredible potential within your own mind.